there as he scrambles for the first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
2 yards to go, second down. On the give, it's Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Touchdown! Van Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They run again with Dowdle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They run here with Dowdle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. He is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. On play action, Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 29, here's second down at a yard. Again, Patterson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Fields. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Prescott now on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He'll let it fly for Austin. Here's a diving catch right side. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Fields now to throw. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Fields. Austin brings in the quick throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To the air again, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they... Touchdown, Cowboys! Rico Dowdle, 56 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
To throw is Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Darnell Washington, 51 yards. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It got his man complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. They convert for two, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On first down, it's Fields. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Fields. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Warren going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Warren again, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And again, it's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
From the gun, here's Fields. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here's a give up the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Second and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Down to the 10. Oh, what a grab. That's Cooks. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
One last shot now for Prescott. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So that last touchdown sealed it there, partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.